Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, the Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use that promo code JUICE, and a $10 bet turns into $200 in free bets if either team scores a touchdown. Restrictions apply. Tell you who's feeling the juice. The city of Philadelphia. What a nice 2-1 on the Phillies special. Of course, the game that really mattered, a.k.a. the Phillies playoff game. That cashed. We got an outright win for the Flyers. Sixers couldn't get it done. I'll complain about them in just a second. But 2-1, nice solid unit of profit. And hey, shout out to the bettingpros.com/chat, the Discord. It is alive and well. And hey, we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing a Ask Me Anything announcement. We got going here on Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock East. Hop on the Discord. The audio stages will be live. I'll be taking your calls. Just talking college, pro football for the weekend. We'll put together a nice little card. I'll even do a little parlay giveaway. Stay tuned for that. But again, Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock East, a little happy hour get together, talking college football and pro. And if you want to talk a little, we'll see how the Phillies are doing, if I want to talk about that or not. All right, let's get to the recap and then to the picks. Got two for the MLB. Oh, we even got a little NBA in here. And college football, it's a full slate. Let's go, baby. Sixers lost 117-126, didn't cover. I mean, if Brown and Tatum are going to put up 70, you're going to lose. But man, it is frustrating to kind of pick up right where we left off with Doc and just not getting the most out of this team. And just there's no spark or hunger at times, and especially on the defensive end. I mean, letting up 126, like, come on, guys. Offense I thought was all right, but, man, you just can't let up 126 points to the Celtics. Only plus for me on NBA was the return of Inside the NBA, a.k.a. Charles Barkley, the Gem. Those guys re-signed for 10 years, so thankfully they're not going anywhere. And we were talking Barkley in the Discord. D. Nizzy reminded me of the bracelet story. Just look that up on YouTube. And then click through on all the Barkley YouTube videos, because you can go on a nice little Charles Barkley rabbit hole. Him yelling at some fans. It is, he's just amazing. Great TV performer. Shout out to Barkley and the crew. Flyers got 1.5 gold dogs, and they won it outright, 3-2 over the Lightning. Nobody saw that coming. Was I a little disappointed that I didn't take them on the money line? Not even really, because I was a little bit surprised they won outright. I thought they'd be able to make a game of it. But nice 3-0 start for the Flyers. I'm not a guy who's saying, oh, they should be tanking. I hate tanking. I know the Sixers are benefiting from tanking with Joel Embiid, but also, like, they really, really had some bad lean years. And then there's teams like the Celtics who never tanked and they were fine. So I'm just against tanking. I think it curses you. The sports gods, the gambling gods do not look lightly, or it's just bad for the juju. I'm a juju guy, and it's just horrible. So I'm not for tanking in any situation, except like end of the season against the Giants, where hey, you want to get a look at Nate Sudfeld, and then you get Devonta Smith. So in that situation, I was okay with it. Hey, the Phillies 1-2-0. Padres, you guys need to listen to the Daily Juice, because as I've pointed out numerous times on this program, you need to score runs to win games, especially in the playoffs. Padres couldn't get it done. Phillies pitching was great. Defense was still pretty good, although a little late error there. And as a degenerate, this is a perfect game for me, where your team wins, you have them as a dog, you have them on the money line, and you get a little bit of sweat. I felt alive there in the bottom of the ninth, and great win for the Phils. Let's go, baby. Hey, you know what else feels great? Winning a free autographed jersey, and you can win a free one, courtesy of Pristine Auction and Betting Pros. All you got to do is go to youtube.com/bettingpros, click subscribe. If you haven't already, you're missing out. Comment on this video, and you're automatically entered to win a Brandon Ayuk jersey. Remember, turn your notifications on, one, so you know when the show's on, or the new show is up, but also, two, we try and contact people and they don't respond, so then we just have to give it to someone else. You don't want to imagine it's the ultimate free roll. You're paying $0 and you got a chance to win a Brandon Ayuk jersey. Coming off a 2-touchdown game. Looked pretty good there. All right, let's get to it. I know I said I wasn't going to bet on the Phillies because I was worried I was going to curse them, but no, I can't not bet on this Phillies team. I mean, come on. Haven't been in the playoffs in the decade. They're 4-1 on the road in the MLB playoffs. How would I not take this team as a dog? Let's go. Aaron Nola is going for the Phils. 7 innings pitch, 1 earned run against the Padres in 1 game against them this season. I like it. They're going up against Blake Snell, who's pitched against the Phillies twice. 8.4 innings pitched, 7 earned runs in 2 games against the Phils. I realize I probably did the math wrong in the 8.4. It should be 9.1. I don't know. You guys get the idea. 7 earned runs in a little over 9 innings. I think they're going to be able to get to them. And this Phillies team, when they get hot, they stay hot. 56-35 after a win. One of the best in the league. Let's go, baby. Phillies plus 109. And really, I mean, just fan bases. Have you seen the Padres fans video? Is that championship caliber fans? I like supporting small market teams, but come on. Padres, you beat the Dodgers. This is a successful season. Move out of the way. Big dog coming through, a.k.a. the Phils. Speaking of big dogs, Yankees got the win and moved on to play the Astros. I'm taking the Astros here, minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 115 over on DK. Astros have a big rest advantage here. You know, Yankees just won against the Guardians. Then they get a little celebrate a little bit, travel, get out to Houston. I know it's not even the NBA, but still, I think that does make a difference. And we saw that was a part of the difference there in that Padres-Phils game. Like that, Padres looked a little sleepy at bat. You know, only 1 hit. I think it could be trouble for this Yankees team going up against Verlander, who again has been great. He's had his struggles in the playoffs. So this season in particular, he's looked great at home. 10-1, 1.64 ERA. I really like Verlander in this spot in particular. Maybe fade him if we see him again down the line. But Verlander, 1 game against the Yankees this season, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. On the other side, Yankees trotting out Jameson Taillon, 5.2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs in 1 game against the Astros. I think the Astros are focused. They're ready. They got the trash cans ready to go. That story is still so hilarious to me. The banging on the trash cans. Some guy on YouTube cracked the code. I just think the rest disparity is enough, and so I'm on the Astros there, laying the 1.5. Going over to the hardwood, Pelicans at Nets. I know people are high on the Pelicans this season, and I don't mind them as well, and I don't like the over on the Nets win total. I think it's a little ambitious, but opening night for them, I'm going to take the Nets -3. You can get minus 105 over on win. I think just Zion coming back to this Pelicans team, I think it's a lot to adjust to. Like, Zion's used to being this ball-dominant guy. And that's when he was successful, was just like, hey, just me, give me the ball down low, tons of touches, incredibly high usage rating. And now it's like, hey, we got some other guys. We got CJ McCollum. We figured out how to sneak into the playing game, into the playoffs. I think it's going to take a little bit for them to figure out, like, what is the best formula, ball distribution. Now, Nets certainly have their own issues, bringing back Ben Simmons, who took a year off to find himself. I don't know. He went backpacking through Europe. Still have not gotten any explanation of why he just decided not to play because the fans were mean. So trust me, I am no Nets fan at all. And I do think they're a little overpriced win total-wise. But game 1, at home, which they struggled last year at home. I think a big part was the whole vaccine issue with Kyrie, and that's not going to be an issue this year. So I think there actually is more continuity on this Nets team, at least early. So I'm taking the Nets here, -3, minus 105 over on win. Last but not least, college football on a Wednesday. Yes, sir. Sign me up for that. Georgia State catching 10 at App State, getting that over on WinBet. Georgia State 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games on the road. They show up on the road. Georgia State started out rough. They were 0-4, but they've won 2 straight games, and they're they're decent games, too. They knocked off Army 31-14. They defeated their rival, Georgia Southern, 41-33. That was kind of a wild game. Georgia State runs the ball really well. They're getting 214 rushing yards per game. That's good for 19th in the country. So I think a running game travels in college, right? Like, I think it's a little harder for a quarterback to go on the road in a hostile environment, but offensive linemen like run blocking. I think it's something you can get a rhythm going. App State should be able to move the ball on them. I'm a little nervous, but Georgia State, again, leading the Sun Belt in rushing yards, 234.5 per game. And App State's lost 2 out of their last three. I think they're a little overrated because of some of their, the way they hung with UNC, the way they beat Texas A&M, but they just haven't been playing great recently. And I think Georgia State can, bleed the clock enough to cover this 10 and certainly make it a game. I just don't think App State matches up great with them as far as their rushing game. App State should be able to throw the ball on them a little bit, but I still like Georgia State plus 10. So Georgia State plus 10, Nets minus 3. Astros minus 1.5, plus 115 on the run line. Phillies plus 109 on the money line. And hey, come on, hang out in the bettingpros.com/chat Discord. Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock East. Going to be talking football, college, and pro. And again, if you're looking to bet football, bet MGM. Promo code JUICE. $10 bet turns into $200 if either team scores a touchdown. Good for college and pro. Follow us on TikTok at bettingpros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other show, the Sports Gambling Podcast. Just released our Week 8 College Football Picks podcast. You'll want to check that out. Hey, you know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.